And number 30, Mara Meyer. Good evening and welcome to the Latin Rate in Richmond, Minnesota. We appreciate your attendance between the Fergus Falls Otters and your River Lake Stars. This game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League and schools provide fair competition and players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play and cheering in a powerful manner. Remember that everyone is responsible for keeping this game at high level and good sportsmanship. We will now announce our starting lineups. For the visitors, in goal, number 33, Ellis Sapp. For D, number 39, Brooke Dearden. Number 13, Rachel DeVito. For forwards, number 2, Hannah Johnson. Number 8, Avery Travis. And number 10, Aubrey Nelson. Now for your River Lake Stars, in goal, number 29, William Thompson. Left D, number 7, Michaela Schreiberborn. Right D, number 10, Rhea Larson. Number 5, right wing, Abby Storm. Number 15, left wing, Adeline Greeley. And tonight's center is number 11, Peyton Ross. Now please, everyone, remove your hats as we honor America with the Star Spangled Banner. Now everyone, say with me. Let's play hockey.
All right. Last visit with the Fergus Falls out there. We played with them. Just lost it at the end. 4-3. So hopefully this one's as good as the last. Have an exciting night of hockey. Yeah, if you don't want to listen to me, you can always tune over to Chasm Radio and listen to Kirby. So it looks like we're going to have really Storms, Roski, Michaela, also known as Mac, Larson, and who did I miss? Really, Roski, Storms, Mac, and Larson. As the puck dropped, really able to steal it off. Centers it to Roski. Roski tries to get it over to Storms, just gets by her, and now that one's going to come back to Mac. Mac's going to fire one down and in! Off the blue line, Mac fires a bouncing one down, and we got a 1-0 game to start it off. 14 seconds in, and we got a 1-0 game. Mac from the blue line. All right, let's do it again. Roski to face off. Puck goes over to Larson. Well, Larson at neutral ice tries to push it forward, but they knock it right back. Larson sends it to Greeley. And Fergus is able to knock that back down into the zone. As Fergus sends it out to their point. Point fires one down, stopped by Thompson. Puck still loose out in front. That one knocks back out to her. She's going to try firing another one down there. Now Storms grabs it, sends it across ice as Greeley will grab it. Tries to get it up to Roski, but Fergus knocks it back. Roski grabs it, tries to fire one down. As they both go down into the boards, Fergus sends it over. Tiana will grab it, sends it over to Adio. Adio fires it into the zone. Akerson tries to chase, but Fergus grabs it and sends it out. Now they're going to tip it down. That one's going to roll on edge down to Thompson, and she covers, and we get a whistle. 15:47 left in the first period. Off to a good start here. As Sophie goes to face off, sends the puck over. Fergus grabs it point to point. Point's going to fire one down. That one snuck by, and now we got a tie game. And we're at a 1-1 game. Not even 2 minutes into it. Akerson, Sophie, Rugemer, Adio, and Tiana are on the ice for the start. As Soph faces off, puck comes back to Adio. Now to Tiana. Tiana fires it up. Now back to Adio. Adio's going to bring it into the zone. Stops, drops it into the corner. He's going to go back behind the goalie. Akerson will grab it in the corner. As she races over to the puck. Rugemer grabs it, tries to get it over to Soph. Now she's going to battle it out. Soph grabs it behind the net. Looking for that centering pass. Now Adio fires one down. That one a little bit outside. Tiana's going to get the rebound. And now Fergus grabs it in the corner, trying to clear it out of the zone. Adio's going to grab it in the back ice. Sends it over to Tiana. But Fergus grabs it right back. And now here they come up the ice. She's got an open ice. Makes a move, tries to go around. Stopped there. And now Akerson grabs the puck along the boards, trying to push it up. And they knock it down as Kornick grabs it, sends it across over to Tiana. Now Jansky grabs it and tries to get it out of the zone. And it goes a little back and forth action. Now Barton sends it up to Wimmer. Wimmer brings it into the zone. She stops, goes for a redirect, backhands it down into the corner. It's going to go behind the net where Jansky's going to pick it up. And now Fergus grabs it and sends it across ice into neutral zone. Now comes into the zone. Barton steals it away. Here she comes. Across neutral ice. Now comes into the zone with Wimmer. She fires off the goalie. Wimmer with the rebound. Goes for a centering pass. Roski comes in with it. She backhands one towards. She gets taken out. And the goalie's going to cover it with 13:56 left in the first period. Had a stick go flying. This could be some exciting hockey here. As the puck goes into the corners, Fergus is going to grab it, send it over. Storms grabs it in the corner. Now she comes out front, out to Michaela. Michaela fires another one down, deflected off of a skate of an Otter. And now here comes Fergus up the ice. As Roski taps that one towards the board, she's going to pick the puck up, go behind Thompson, sends it up to Mac. Mac fires it across over to Greeley. Greeley brings it up into the zone. Her and Storms. Now Roski tries to send one down. That one's going to get knocked out as Larson picks it up and neutral ice. Now she knocks it down in. River Lakes will attack, and Greeley will get it in the corner. Puck goes over to Soph. Soph goes for a centering pass. Larson picks it up at the point, fires one down, deflected. Now Soph gets it, turns, shoots it in! Sophie with the goal! And River Lakes will take a 2-1 lead. 13:05 left in the first. Akerson, Soph, Rugemer, Tiana, and Adio on the ice for the Stars. As Soph sends it over. Now Tiana sends it down into the zone. Back to Tiana. Tiana sends it back in. Soph with it now, looking for a shot. Soph grabs the puck back again, goes for a centering pass. Now she gets it back, sends it to Tiana. Tiana tries to get it out to Adio, and Fergus tips that one down. Thompson will stop it. Picked up by Adio. Now she has it in the corner. And that one's going to come up. And their point fires one down, stopped by Thompson and covered with 12:18 left in the first. As the puck comes out, goes into the corner. Corner grabs it, sends it over to Barton. Barton goes to skate it up, sends it across as Greeley races into the zone for it. And Roski. Fergus sends it out as Barton's going to go over and pick it across the ice. She turns, fires it down in, and they're going to call icing. Barton was about a step or two outside the red line. 11:59 left. And we'll face off with Roski. She'll push it forward. Fergus comes out with it, sends it to their point. Point tries to fire one down, has it deflected into the corner. They get the rebound, sends it behind Thompson. Barton snatches that one away. Now it sends it up to Storms. Storms, Roski, and Greeley. They got a 3-on-2 as they come into the zone. Storms sent against the boards. Puck goes down and around as Fergus will push it up now. Larson to defend. Comes up, fired, stopped by Thompson. Rebound, shot, blocked by Thompson. Rebounded by Greeley. Greeley goes down. A loose puck as Larson's going to chase for it. She's going to go across neutral ice now into the zone. She comes in, fires, stopped by their goalie, and we get a whistle with 11:10 left in the first. Staying to face off, Wimmer, Jansky, Larson, and Michaela on the ice for the Stars as the puck comes out. Wimmer grabs it, fires one down, stopped by their goalie. Puck goes in towards the boards. Now Fergus trying to clear it out of the zone. Here they come up the ice. Comes into the corner. Now behind the net, met by Jansky. Puck goes out to center, deflected by Larson. Now puck goes forward. Jansky's got some open ice. She's got some one-on-one as she comes into the zone, goes around, fires off the top pipe, and out of play. Thought that one was going to go into the corner with that new fancy stick she had to have. Sponsored by her Grammy. As Soph faces off, sends the puck back to Adio. Adio's going to fire one down. Deflected off their goalie. Rebounded by Fergus. Fergus sends it up. Now it's going to come back to Adio as she turns, redirects, goes to the far side, gets it up to Akerson. Akerson brings it in the zone. Turns, stops it back to Tiana. Tiana to Adio. Adio grabs it, has it deflected. Now they're going to have to reset as they come out of the zone. They go back in as Rugemer and Akerson chase. Fergus goes to send it out. Tiana sends it back in. Now Akerson grabs the loose puck at neutral ice, comes into the zone. Looking for options. Backhands a centering pass, but it goes right to a Fergus player, and here they come up the ice, met by Tiana. Akerson, good hustle getting back, as she'll grab the loose puck. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty, as they're going to call a trip on Tiana. So Tiana will go to the sin bin, which will put River Lakes on a penalty kill. Penalty kills brought to you by Central Minnesota Realty, Lisa Thompson. And Roski comes out with it as Larson blocked it. She's going to knock it down deep into the zone. Puck's going to go back. She's going to race over and pick it up into the corner. Now Fergus grabs the puck. They're going to fire it forward. Now they come into the zone, met by Larson. Puck's going to dribble down into Thompson. She covers it up with 9:16 left in the first. Minute 32 left in the power play. This penalty kill break also sponsored by Boosters, as Boosters of Belgrade provided the players today with a little boost before their game. And Michaela fires it to neutral ice. Now she'll grab it again, sends it down ice. That one was tipped. They're going to wave off the icing. Well, obviously we're on a penalty kill, so they can wave it off. But it was tipped. And Fergus is going to bring it up. As Fergus trying to clear it out of the zone. Here they come up the ice. No penalty called there. Puck goes into the corner. Soph getting in there along with Larson. Soph able to pick that one off. She gets out to neutral ice, trying to send it down. That time she gets it back. She'll send it down. We'll get a line change as Roski, Barton, Storms, and Adio come on. Puck's going to come out as Storms backhands it to Roski. Roski's going to tap it down into the zone. 16 seconds left on the penalty kill as Fergus goes to bring it up. Barton sends it back. Nice penalty kill here so far by the Stars as Storm steals that one away. And we're going to go back to full strength here. We're back to full strength. Puck comes down. Adio's going to send it over to Roski. Roski to Adio. Adio using the backboard sends it to Roski. Now Fergus breaks it up and sends it down in. Adio's going to pick up the loose puck. Now she's going to fire it across over to Storms as they go into the zone. Fergus grabs it, sends it backwards. Now fires it forward, stopped by Michaela. Michaela sends it back in. will reset as Wimmer comes in on it along with Stang. Stang gets the puck, goes to bring it in the zone. Now along the far boards as Fergus sends it over to Barton or to Larson. Larson to Wimmer. Wimmer sends it into the zone. Now stolen away by Wimmer, but Fergus knocks it out, and we get a whistle. They're going to call roughing, which will put River Lakes on a power play. Power plays brought to you by the Wash House of Painesville. Get your car washed, vehicle or truck washed, side by sides, whatever. They got automatic, they got manual. They even have pet washes, so you can bring your favorite dog or cat or whatever in there and get it washed. You got a Highlander. A Highlander will fit nicely in the little pet wash there and give it a bath. As the puck comes out, it comes back to Michaela. Michaela fires it into Roski. Roski goes for a centering pass to Adio. She's going to fire. That one's going to be tipped up. Storms will pick it up, gets it over to Roski. Roski down into the boards. That one's going to sneak by Michaela, and it's going to go down. Now it's a foot race down to the other end as Fergus races down to the puck. Tries to do a wraparound. Stopped there by Thompson. Picked up by Akerson. Akerson's going to bring the puck up. Now into the zone she goes. Roski's coming in. Fires. Deflected. Now picked up by Storms. Storms sends it over to Adio. She's going to fire one down. Deflected by their goalie. Rebounded by Larson. Larson back to Roski. Roski back to Larson. Larson back down into Roski. Roski back to Larson. Larson fires one down. Stop. Rebounded. And now Fergus grabs it. And they're going to come up the ice with it. Cross neutral ice. Now into the zone. Akerson races back to it. Picks it up. And she falls on her tushki. Now she backhands one over behind Thompson to Adio. Adio is going to bring it up ice. Gets to neutral ice. Gets taken down. Sophie picks the puck up. Now she'll come into the zone with it. Sends it across over to Greeley. Greeley fires one down. Puck still loose and rolls in. Stars with another goal as Soph backhands that one in. And I believe it was Sophie with another goal. And we're up 3-1. As Soph faces up, Rugemer pushes it forward. Sophie comes out with the puck. Now she sends it forward, gets it over to Akerson. Akerson at neutral ice sends it across over to Barton. Barton skates up with it, sends it down into the zone. She has it in the corner, back to Soph. Soph fires, puck still loose, and that one's going to dribble past. Soph going for that hat trick. As the puck comes back, Barton able to keep it in the zone. Barton having a good game so far, keeping that puck in the offensive zone. As Rugemer has it in the corner, goes for the centering pass to Wimmer. Wimmer tries to get a shot up, has it broken up, and that one's going to sneak by and go down to the opposite end. And they'll be icing with 4:12 left in the first. So far, some exciting hockey playing, which is good. It's keeping us warm. Woo. As Stank faces off, sends it to Tiana. Now to Adio. She'll fire it down into the corner. Now back out to Adio. She'll stop it at neutral ice. Stops, redirects, sends it over to Wimmer. Wimmer's going to come into the zone with it. She sends one down. Goalie taps that one. Stank gets the rebound and sends it right around the corner, trying to sneak one in there. And the goalie saw it and stopped it. Fergus goalie's like, I know what you're trying there. 3:54 left. As Rosky faces off, Greeley sends it down. Now Fergus trying to clear it out of the zone. It's going to come back to Adio at neutral ice. Addy fires it forward. Now Rosky's going to grab it back. And here they come into the zone. Storms races over there. Fergus sends the puck across to the far side. Now they're going to skate into their zone. Comes up, shoots. Deflected by Thompson. Puck comes back to the top. The point fires it down. Deflected there by Thompson. Rosky with the rebound sends it behind Thompson over to Adio. Adio tries to go around to the Fergus player and she snatches the puck out of there. But now Storms gets the loose puck. She's going to push it up and comes into the zone with it. Stopped there by Greeley and goes down in as Fergus grabs the puck away. Puck's going to go down into the corner. Out to Barton. Barton to Rugemer, who dumps it back in. Soulful chase. Stolf pinched along the boards. Now Rugemer. Stolf trying to get that puck out of there. Now Fergus comes out with it. Akerson just skates in and steals it away. Now to Rugemer. Fires. Deflected. And Fergus grabs the puck back. So Fergus is going to bring it up. Now they come into their zone, met by Barton and Kornick. There's a shot there, stopped by Thompson. Rebounded by Barton. Barton pushes it up the ice on the end. Fergus sends it back in. Kornick will grab the puck with 1:44 left. She fires it up to Akerson, who's at mid-ice. She backhands it in. Staying will chase. Fergus now with the puck. They're going to bring it up ice. They get it across neutral, met by Michaela. Michaela taps that one back to the center ice. Now Sting trying to get back to it. Deflected there by Wimmer. Sting coming in, knocks that one into the zone. Nice job there by Bella Sting, keeping with that puck. That one's going to get knocked down for icing with 1:07 left in this first period. Tip of my nose is cold. Rosky to face off. Greeley and Storms off to the side. Larson and Michaela in the back ice. A minute to play. As Storms has it, sends it back to Greeley. Greeley with it behind the net, gives it to Rosky. Rosky gets pinched. Now she grabs the puck, sends it out to Michaela. She'll fire one down up and over the top of the goalie. Fergus gets the rebound, and they're going to send it out and bring it up ice. Puck comes out as Greeley grabs the loose puck. Stops, 30 seconds remaining. She goes to set it up, sends it across over to Michaela. Michaela taps it up to Storms, and Storms will tap it into the zone. We'll get a line change. As the puck comes out, Larson tried to stop it from going to the other end. 14 seconds remaining. Larson has it at neutral ice and gets it tapped away. Fergus brings it across. 7 seconds remaining. Shot and goal. A nice shot there by one of the Fergus players. Number 11, is it? 20? No, 41. 41 with the goal. Nice upper deck shot there. 4.7 seconds remaining. Boots with the fur. Sophie and Rudimer got tied up with each other there. And that'll end the first period of play. We'll be back after some Zamboni action. All right, welcome back for second period hockey. First period was pretty exciting. So we got Roski, we got Storms, we got Greeley, we got Michaela, and we got Larson on the ice for the Stars. As Storms sends it down into the zone. Fergus sends it back this way. Now Roski grabbing it, goes for a centering pass, but broken up by Fergus. Now Michaela gets it. She's going to fire one down. That one's sent into the boards. And now Fergus brings it into their own zone. Larson and Roski getting in on it. Now Fergus sends it back out to their point. Point from the blue line, fires, deflected there by Greeley, rebounded by Roski. He tries to send it up to Greeley, but that one didn't quite make it. And now they come into the zone, stopped there by the Stars. They fire one down there. As the puck goes down into the zone, Fergus trying to get that puck out of the zone. Now out to neutral ice as Michaela sends it back in. Now sent back in by Michaela as Fergus goes to bring it up the ice. Now across neutral ice into the zone. Soph gets the loose puck, sends it forward to Akerson. Akerson's got a one-on-one coming into the zone, tries to go around, has it knocked away. And now it's going to come out, and Tiana will chase for the puck. Puck goes over to Adio. Adio fires it forward. Rugemer tips it into the neutral ice. The Fergus Falls Otters send it back in. As Fergus has it at neutral ice again. Akerson grabs the loose puck, turns, knocks it down deep. 14:41 left in the second. As we get a line change, puck comes out. Adio stops it at neutral ice. Turns, looks, sends it up to Wimmer. Wimmer's waiting at the blue line for the puck. Puck comes up. She shoots, deflected. Puck goes into the boards. Now they're going to knock it out. Back out to Adio. She's going to fire one down, deflected there off of an Otter. Now she sends another one down, stopped there by another Otter. And now it sends it out, and Adio's foot stops it. And here comes Fergus up the ice, shoots, and glove saved by Thompson with 14:06 left in the second period. Shots on goal, 11 for the Stars and 12 for Fergus Falls. Face off with Stang. As Fergus comes out with it, sends it point to point. Now they're going to fire one down, deflected into the boards by Thompson. Looks like they're going to get the rebound. They out it behind the net. Sends it out to their point. Point's going to fire another one down, deflected there by Kornick. Kornick sends it up to Wimmer. Wimmer brings it up ice, has it stolen away, and now here comes Fergus up the ice. 2-on-1 with Barton. Barton gets in the middle and stops it. Nice job there by Barton. Tries for another centering pass, broken up. And now Greeley is going to come out with it. She's going to push it across neutral ice and now down into the zone. We'll get a line change. Greeley will be by herself for a couple seconds here, but Roski comes in. Greeley goes down, diving for the puck, loses her stick. Now Roski gets up, gets the puck back. Good hustle there by Roski. And that one's going to come out to Michaela. Michaela will grab it at neutral ice. Sends it across to Larson. Now Storms. Storms knocks it down and around. Sophie comes in off the bench, grabs it, centers it, and their goalie's going to cover. Nope, puck still loose. Now fired by Larson. The puck goes towards the boards. as Soph grabs the puck, sends it over to Roski or Akerson. 12 and a half left in the second. As Akerson has it to Storms, shoots and scores! River Lakes will take a 4-2 lead with a nice pass from Akerson to Storms. 12:25 left in the second period. Sophie to face off. Rugemer and Akerson off to the sides. Puck's going to go wobbling down to Thompson. Tiana sends it over to Soph, or to Adio. Adio sends it up, and they're going to call icing on River Lakes, and we'll go back down to this end. Sophie to face off. Otters get it. Now she blocks that one. Akerson gets it, uses the board, goes around, gets it over to Soph. Soph's got Rugemer off to her side. Rugemer comes up, fires off to the side of the puck. Puck still loose out front. Stopped by their goalie. And now the Otters grab it and send it across over as Tiana sends it down into Akerson. Back to Tiana. She's going to fire one down, deflected by an Otter. Adio sends it back in, but that one was deflected also. And now Adio grabs the puck at neutral ice. Turns, brings it up, across the blue line, into the zone. She's going to fire. That one deflected as Stang grabs it back to Jansky. Jansky trying to push it in the zone, gets it back behind the goalie. And Fergus sends it up ice. Thompson stops that one, gives it over to Tiana. But now Fergus steals it back, sends it out to their point. Point fires one down, deflected. Rebounded by Tiana. She sends it along the boards to Jansky. Now Jansky back to Tiana. Tiana goes to push it forward, gets it up to neutral ice. Now dumps it down. Their goalie deflects that one into the boards. Rebounded by Jansky. She has it behind the net. Centers it to Roski. And that one's going to be tipped off the goalie. And Fergus sends one down. And they wave off icing. As Barton races down, gets it to Cornick. Cornick back to Barton. Barton turns, redirects. She's going to come up ice with it. Sends it up to Roski. Roski picks it up off the boards. Now she comes up, stops, gets it to Storms. Out front, Storms loses it. And the puck comes back to neutral ice and into the zone as Cornick's going to grab it in the back ice. She's going to fire it forward to Greeley. Puck's loose going down into the corner. Now centered as Greeley fires it out of the zone, and it's going to come back to neutral ice. And Storms will chase. Oh, that went off of Storms' stick, hit the goalie, and then she got the rebound right away, and that one went right past. I don't think she was ready for that, but it happened. As the puck goes down into the corner, Fergus goes to send it up ice. She has it at neutral ice, met by Barton. Barton, and now their helmets are stuck together, and they get them apart. That was pretty funny. Barton and one of the other players got their face masks tied up, so they were stuck together. The looks on their faces were like, "Hey, how you doing?" .903 left in the second period as Sophie goes to face off. Puck goes back behind the goalie as Fergus trying to clear it out of the zone. They're going to redirect, come to this inside boards, send it forward. Now comes out as Soph grabs it at neutral ice, gets it to Michaela. Michaela fires it over to Rugemer. Rugemer's going to backhand it into the zone. And the Otters are right there, but Michaela steals it back and sends it in. 8.5 left to play in this second period. As Akerson gets into it. Now over to Stang. Stang goes to a centering pass to Larson. And that one's tipped up into the netting behind the goalie. 8:24 left. Stars still up 4-2. As Stang goes to face off, Jansky, Wimmer, Larson, and Michaela on the ice with her. Puck goes down and around. Comes out to Michaela. She fires one down and in! Michaela with her second goal of the game from the blue line. And we're up to a 5-2 game. As Stain goes to face off again. As Tiana comes out with the puck, sends it out to neutral ice. Now over to Tiana. Tiana fires it up again. Puck goes down. Back at neutral ice. And that one's going to get sent down back behind Thompson. Adio will grab the loose puck. She'll redirect. Now sends it out to Wimmer, but Fergus was right there to steal it away. Now Stain gets in there and ties her up along the boards. Puck goes back behind the net. Adio gives it to Tiana. Tiana back out to Jansky. Jansky fires it across over to Wimmer, but has it stolen away. Now their point gets it, fires one down, stopped by Thompson. Rebounded by Fergus. And now Jansky knocks it over to Wimmer. Wimmer goes up the ice with it. She's going to come into the zone and knock it down deep. Fergus with the puck coming up the ice, met by Jansky. And they're able to send that one down in. Tiana will grab it along the boards over to Roski. Puck goes up, deflected. Now sent in. Roski grabs the loose puck, gets it to Jansky. Jansky's going to bring it across. Now into the zone she comes. Comes up, gets a little sandwich job there, and puck comes back to neutral ice. Olsen's Adio sending it into Greeley. Now back to Roski. Now back out to Barton. Barton grabs it at neutral ice. She'll turn and will redirect. Sends it into Storms. Storms has it deflected. Now Fergus brings it up. And they're going to call a penalty on that one. As Storms tapped her stick a little too many times and knocked it out of her hands. And they're going to call a slash. And we'll go on a penalty kill here. Penalty kill brought to you by, or sponsored by, Central Minnesota Realty, Lisa Thompson. Her daughter, Lillian, the goalie. As Larson gets the loose puck, gets it to Michaela. Michaela fires it down to the other end. And the Otters will have to restart. Moroski comes up. Now back out to Larson. Larson's going to fire it back down into the zone. The Otters trying to push it forward. Michaela says, nope. We're going to keep the puck down there for another minute 19 until I get my other teammate back here. As the Otters bring it up. Now have it behind Thompson. She's looking for options. Spins it out to their point. That one's going to come out of the zone. They'll have to reset. Now Akerson swipes that one away. Akerson with the puck. Now she gets taken down. No call there. As Michaela will fire another one down, blocked there by the goalie, and we get a whistle. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. These aren't the same refs we have at St. Cloud, was it? Just kidding. Just kidding. 51 seconds left on the penalty kill as Tiana, Sophie, Adio, and Akerson are on the ice for the Stars. Fergus brings it up, met by Adio. Shot blocked by Thompson. Akerson sending it out of the zone, tries to, but their point was right there to keep it in. She's going to skate it in, and Tiana's going to come in. And now they're going to get Tiana on a trip. I don't know. Is there bright orange in the Otter uniform? Just kidding again. So we got a double sin bin. So they're playing 5-on-3 here. And we get a whistle.
On the Stars, number 4 for tripping.
21 seconds left, and we'll get one player back. As the puck's going to come out, their point's going to grab it, sends it across. They're going to fire down, stopped and covered by Thompson. 13 seconds left on Storms' penalty. A minute 43 left on Tiana's. So they're playing a little 5-on-3 action here. As the puck's going to come out to their point. Point fires it across to the other one, skates up, tries for another one. That one a little bit outside. They get their own rebound. Goes for a centering pass, tries to shoot, stopped, gets the rebound, shot covered by Thompson. And we're going to be back to at least one out of the sin bin. As Greeley checks on, Roski comes out. Storms back on the ice as she goes to face off, sends the puck to Michaela. Michaela tries to fire it down, stopped there by Fergus Falls. Puck comes out as they have it in the corner, going for a centering pass. That one's deflected there by Greeley. Another one deflected by Greeley. That one's going to come out of the zone. They'll have to reset. And now Fergus goes to bring it up. Now they come into the zone. A minute left on the power play. Goes for a centering pass. Puck goes out to their point. Point stops it. Tries to fire it across. Greeley's going to grab the puck. Now she turns and dumps it down deep. 50 seconds left on the penalty kill. Barton and Akerson check on. And they're going to call offsides with 37 seconds left on the penalty kill. 3:21 left in the period. Sophie to face off. Puck goes forward as Sophie tries to push it in there. But Fergus gets the puck back. Barton on the defense. She gets it and sends it down. 24 seconds left on the penalty kill. Puck brought up as Barton grabs the puck again at center ice and sends it back. Now it's going to come back out. 8 seconds remaining before we're back to full strength. Fergus takes a shot. Stopped by Thompson with 1 second left before Tiana can come out of the jail cell. Wait much longer. Cornet comes in. Adio goes off. Soap to face off. Now we're back to full strength. As Jansky checks on, no penalty there. They took down Barton. It's not that far of a fall, but 2.5 left in the second period. Soph goes to push it up. Kornick able to break that one up. Sends it over to Barton. Barton to Akerson. Akerson taps it forward as Sophie and Jansky go on the chase. The puck goes down and around. Fergus brings it up. Now dumps it down into the zone. Kornick will grab it. Fires it up to Michaela. Michaela tries to send it across, but has it picked off by Fergus. Tries for another centering pass. That one broken up. And Michaela sends it out to Wimmer. Wimmer goes to push it forward. Gets taken down. No call there again. Obviously, we're not paying these refs. Kornick sends it up to Wimmer. And Fergus goes to bring it in with 1:27 left. They take a shot, and the glove saved by Thompson. Roski to face off. Point to point. Now down into the corner. Fergus trying to get that centering pass, but broken up by Roski. Roski sending it over to Larson in the opposite side. She pushes it forward to Greeley. Greeley tries to push it through, has it stolen away by one of the Fergus Falls players. Now Greeley getting it back. Pushes it forward to Roski. Now Storms. They both come in. Puck's going to get. What? She was going to cover it, and Roski was able to get in there, and then they blew their whistle. That was definitely an early whistle, but we got one earlier. I'll give them that. Roski faces up. Otters have it behind their own goalie. Trying to clear it out of the zone. Here they come. Off to neutral ice as Michaela fires it back in. And that one's going to come out. Now into the zone they go as Larson steals it away, gets it over to Greeley. Greeley fires it up to Roski. Roski's got Storms off to her side, fires it to Storms. Storms, oh, darn it. Tries to get the wraparound, rebounded by Greeley. Puck still loose, and now we get the whistle. And they kick down Greeley. Come on! Here's a penalty. A bunch of bullshit. Bullshoot. There we got it. Thankfully. Jeepers. They're going to get away with murder, it looked like, out there. Okay. Hopefully that got censored. I might have slipped a bad word. Well deserved. 18.9 seconds left. Puck stopped there by Thompson. Picked up by Roski. 9 seconds left. Puck now down. Roski's going to try grabbing there. The Otters come out with it. Shot there, stopped by Thompson, and that'll end the period. I'm being informed by my network bosses that they didn't censor that in time. The beep button wasn't working. So now I'll probably have to apologize like Paul Allen. I better quit. All right, we'll be back after this period. All right, welcome back to third period play. My network called and they put me on suspension for now till the end of the game. They put me in the sin bin for 2 minutes. I got to talk nice. So we got Storms, Roski, Akerson, Michaela, and Adio on the ice for the Stars. As the puck comes out, Roski and Akerson grabs the puck and brings it up. Now it gets it to Storms. They're going to bring it into the zone. Gets it back to Adio. Adio's going to turn, redirects, knocks it down into as Akerson's going to grab it back. We're on a power play with a minute 12 left. If you're wondering, Michaela fires it down to Storms. Storms. Now Fergus clears it out of the zone and will chase for the puck. 50 seconds left on the power play. Puck goes back to Michaela. Michaela fires it up to Akerson. Akerson dumps it down into the zone. She'll go off. And Fergus trying to clear it out of the zone. That one comes out to Larson. Larson grabs it, goes to knock it in the zone. And Fergus tried to use the ref on that one to send it out, but that one must be on our side. He kept it in the zone. Now back to Barton. Barton goes. She tries to bring the puck up. I think it's stopped there in a little bit of the water, even though it's below zero in here. Ice isn't all the way froze, maybe. A little water on top. Now they're back to full strength. Wimmer steals it away. She comes up, fires one down, deflected. Now Fergus gets the puck back. They're going to bring it across. Met by Michaela. She's going to steal it away. Goes to dump it in the zone. Now Fergus has some open ice. Here they come up the ice. They shoot. Stopped by Thompson. Rebounded by Larson. Sent out by Greeley. And Michaela's going to grab the puck. She's going to bring it across neutral ice. Fires one down. Buzzes the tower. Now Fergus trying to clear it out. Puck goes to neutral ice. And they race down to it. Another shot there, just a bit outside. Rebounded by Rugemer. Rugemer comes out. There's a hook, no call. And Fergus has it, trying to get something going here. And now they're tied up as Roski trying to clear that puck out of the zone. Puck comes back to the point. Now over to the other one, fires one down, stopped by Thompson, blocked into the boards. Rebounded by Fergus. Fergus has it along the board, sends it back out to their point. Point fires another one, deflected by Akerson, and now covered by Thompson with 13:53 left in the third period. There's like an echo behind me. Kirby, you got to stay with us here, buddy. Just kidding. He's got way more highlight information than me. There's a puck stop by Jansky. There's a trip. Call it. I guess they only call him on the maroon. All right, I got to quit that. All right, puck goes back behind the net as Adio trying to get that out of there. Now she'll pinch along the boards. Puck comes back out to Jansky. Jansky has it along the boards, sends it out to neutral ice. And now the Otters send it back in. Adio grabs the puck, fires it across. That one tipped. And Tiana goes to grab it. And that one's going to go out to neutral ice where Fergus grabs it. tries to send it back in. Tiana grabs it again, sends it across over to Jansky. Jansky brings it across neutral ice, now into the zone. She's got Wimmer off to her side, has it in the corner, sends it back to Kornick, who loses it, has to reset it. Now pushes it out to Roski. Roski goes to bring it in. She'll dump it down into the zone. Jansky goes off. Storms and Greeley check on. As Fergus brings the puck around. Really trying to break that one up. Now Fergus grabs it, pushes it forward, and she found the blue line, which tripped her. I'm surprised they didn't call a penalty on the blue line. So they got called for icing, and we'll go down to this end for 12 left in the game. Borowski to face off. Puck comes back to Michaela. Michaela goes to fire it down, has it deflected. Storm sends it across over to Larson. Larson skates up, keeps it in the zone. Really to cover. Now puck into the corner as Roski's going to chase for it. And Storms. Fergus able to get through. And now they come up the ice. Cross neutral ice, now into the zone. As Roski and Larson pinch. That one by Roski. She sends it out to neutral ice. Greeley giving some pressure there. Now the puck goes across neutral ice, now into the zone, and they're going to call offsides on Fergus. You can't do that. Rugemer, Akerson, Sophie, Michaela, and Larson on the ice for the Stars. Puck goes back. Michaela's going to chase to grab it in the corner. Pushes it forward, but their point stops it. Fires one down, stopped by Thompson, sent into the boards, rebounded by Fergus. Fergus trying to get something going, takes a shot, just snuck past Thompson, and they're going to get the goal. And we're up to 5-3. All right, girls, beat up now. Here we go. 11:01 left in the game. Stars still up by 2 goals. As they go to face off, Fergus grabs the puck. They're going to bring it into the zone. Met by Adio and Akerson. Akerson taps that one away. Their point fires one down just a bit outside. Fergus able to keep it in the zone. Now Adio gets her stick out there and it's able to tap that one out of the way. Now she's going to grab the rebound. Redirects, tries to send it across to Akerson. There was a fan there. As Tiana goes to push it forward, gets it up to Rugemer. Rugemer comes into the zone with the puck. Fergus with it now. Goes to push it up. Stopped there by Wimmer. But Fergus goes to bring it in. Wimmer runs into the ref. And now the puck goes forward. Wimmer trying to push it forward. But Fergus is able to keep it in. That one's sent across ice. Now against the boards. Out to their point. That one sneaks out of the zone as they'll have to reset. Goes to dump it in as Kornick grabs the puck. Gets it over to Wimmer. Wimmer's trying to push it forward. And Fergus steals it away. Now Jansky trying to keep it in there. She almost got sent into the Fergus bench. As Fergus pushes it forward, here they come into the zone. Really getting a stick on it, trying to keep that puck out of there. Now back over to Greeley. Greeley pushing it up along the boards, comes out to neutral ice. Fergus with it in the zone. Has it back to their point. Point uses a board, sends it into the forward. Forward's going to fire that one now over. Deflected. Rebounded by Sting. She tries to send it out. Puck goes down into their wing again. Takes a centering shot. That one off the side. And that one's going to leak out of the zone. Jansky's going to chase. And Jansky's going to steal the puck. Goes for a centering pass to Akerson and gets it taken away. Larson tries to get in there too. And now here comes Fergus on a 2-on-1. They're going to come up. Misses it again. Stopped by Michaela. Now Fergus has it behind the net. They're going to try resetting. And Jansky breaks that one up. Sends it down and around to the opposite side as Akerson's getting in there trying to keep that puck from staying in the zone. There's a shot there. Buzzes past the front of the tower over to Akerson, who tries to push it forward again. Fergus steals it away. Here she comes up the ice. Takes a shot off the top, pipe it in. And we're up to a 5-4 game with 7:53 left in the third period. It's a heck of a goal. I'll give her that. Heck of a shot, heck of a goal. Same thing, but River Lakes call a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Boosters of Belgrade. Boosters provided some energy teas for the girls. Good sponsorship. A little bit of in the sun. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. All right, Stars, let's go. Roski to face out. Puck goes back. Adio's going to grab it and bring it behind Thompson. Now back up to Roski. Puck at neutral ice is really taps that one into the zone. Now it comes back out. Soph comes in, grabs the puck, trying to push it forward. Now over to Storms. Storms knocks it down into the zone. She'll go to chase. Able to stop that one from going out, but that one doesn't. Now Akerson grabs it, gets it back to Adio. Adio redirects, gets it to Tiana, who taps it. Then it stops in a snowbank on the blue line, and the Otters are able to send it down. Now Tiana is going to send it up to Storms. She's going to bring it in the zone. Fires up and over the top of the goalie. Rebounded by Akerson. Sent down into the corner. Now behind the net. Rugemer comes in off the bench. She'll pick it up along the boards. Comes in, fires. Deflected by one of the Fergus players, and now she comes up the ice. Taps one. That one's going to go behind the net. Now the puck's loose. Shot. Glove saved by Thompson. She made that one look easy. She just like the Matrix. 24 shots on goal for the Stars, or for the Otters, and 20 for the Stars. As Fergus gets the faceoff, fires it down from the point. That one's going to go behind Thompson. Akerson tries to get there for the rebound. Puck now back down behind the boards as Sophie and Larson battle it out. Akerson getting a stick on that one. Puck still loose. Tries to fire one down as Michaela battles that one out. Now along the boards. Here comes Soph. Soph's going to bring it up. Dumps it down into the zone. We'll get a line change as Rugemer chases. Now Wimmer comes in, tries to steal the puck away. Now Stang comes over. Fergus with the puck in the corner, dumping it down behind Thompson. Puck goes back behind Thompson. Now Wimmer's going to go around the boards trying to get to it. Fergus has it again, goes for a centering pass, broke up. Puck goes towards the boards. Now back over to Stang. Stang trying to get it out of there. Rugemer taps that one towards the boards. Now sent it across. Shoots down, tipped into the boards. Fergus getting the rebound. Sends it down and around back behind as Michaela's going to pinch for it. Stang lost her stick, or broke her stick. As Jansky checks on, puck comes down. Now Larson sends it out. As Jansky comes in trying to break that one up along with Larson. Puck goes in the corner. Now back out. Greeley comes in, taps that one away. Now out to neutral ice. The battle for the puck. That one's going to go down into the zone. Jansky and Storms for the chase. That one tipped out, and Greeley will grab it at neutral ice. Stops, uses the boards, tries to send it in, but deflected off one of their players coming in off the bench. Greeley, Storms, Akerson. And Fergus goes to push it up, get it neutral ice. Tiana breaks it up. They get the puck back, sent it to this inside. Now they come into the zone, and Thompson's going to cover. 4 minutes right on the Acorns. As Akerson faces off, sends the puck towards the boards. Akerson's going to grab the puck again, send it across over to Greeley. Greeley trying to push it forward as it broke up by the Fergus Otter. Fergus bringing it into the zone. Tiana getting in there on it. Now Greeley. Greeley grabbing the puck away. Gets it to Storms. Storms over to Adio. Adio to Akerson. Now Akerson's going to push it up the ice. Brings it across the blue line. She's going to fire. That one's going to be tipped up and into the netting. And drops down for a souvenir. .326 left in the game. Stars up by a goal. Stang goes to face off. Wimmer, Jansky, Kornick, and Barton on the ice. As Fergus comes out with it, sends it behind the goal. Comes out to neutral ice. She'll bring it into the zone, met by Kornick. Now the puck comes back. Jansky sends it across over to Wimmer. Wimmer's going to come in. They got a 2-on-2 as Jansky comes in with her. Wimmer has it, and it gets knocked away. Barton comes up, keeps it, sends it into the corner. Now puck behind the net to Barton. Barton sends it over into the corner to Jansky. And Fergus is going to come out with it. And they're going to bring it across neutral ice now into the zone. Goes for the centering pass. Shot stopped by Thompson, rebounded by Stang. Stang fires it across the ice over to Jansky. And that one loses it. As Soph checks on, that one tipped. And here comes Fergus into the zone. As Akerson comes in and swipes that one away. Now over to Barton. Barton fires it out to neutral ice. Fergus sends it into the zone, covered up by Thompson. More lumber laying out on the ice there. Not sure if it's broke or not. 12-12, or 12-12, 2:12 left in the game. Sophie to face off. And Fergus calls the timeout. And you know what that means. Fergus is going to pull their goalie. They're going to talk about it, guaranteed. Try and get this puck back. This timeout will be brought to you by grab my Olson Realty Group. Dana Olson from Edina Realty. Right there in the good old bulletin. The other one we got here. What the heck is that? All right. What that was. All right, Roski, Greeley, Storms. Puck comes out. Now in. Ooh. Everyone thought there was a goal there, but she covered it. Fergus started to cheer, but it did not make it as Lillian saved that one. They're going to discuss it with the Fergus coach. The ref was down there. All right, puck dropped. Whew. It was a close one. 2 minutes left as Storms comes up, goes to drop it into the zone. Picked up by Fergus. Puck comes out of the zone, back out to neutral ice. Michaela getting a stick on it. Now they send it down deep into the zone, into the corner to Larson. Larson trying to has it stolen away. Shot way a high fly into left field. That one's going to get knocked out of the zone as Akerson goes or Greeley tries to chase. A minute 23 remaining. They pulled their goalie, so they're going to have an extra skater out there. As Storms grabs it, she turns, tries to send one down, has it blocked, grabs another one, tries to send it down. Now Greeley's going to go for the puck, and they're going to call icing with a minute 9 remaining. Minute 9 remaining. Puck goes down to the far end as Sophie will face off. Puck comes out. Puck comes back to their point. Point sends it across to the other side. Tries for a shot. That's deflected. Under a minute remaining. Puck goes down along the boards. Taken by Akerson. She's going to fire it out of the zone as Rugemer goes to chase for it. Now Soph comes in. She's going to turn. Tries to knock it in the zone. 43 seconds remaining. Here comes Fergus up the ice. Comes into their zone. Met by Larson. Larson gets his stick on it. And that one's going to get knocked out of the zone. That was tipped. So Rugemer's going to try chasing. She's able to get to the puck. Akerson tries for a shot, blocked by Fergus. 22 seconds left. Puck goes in front of the net. Now it all to neutral ice. That one's going to sneak down to the other end, and they'll be icing with 15.5 seconds remaining. Roski to face off. Puck goes into the corner, picked up by Fergus. Fergus sends it along the board. So 10 seconds remaining. Puck comes over. Roski steals it away, sends it out to neutral ice. 5 seconds remaining. They're going to send it down into the corner, and that's going to end the game as the Stars get the win with a barn burner against Fergus Falls. Very, very entertaining game tonight for a final season game. No clue when the next game is, as I believe. I don't think it's in here, is it? Nope. None of the playoff games or anything are in there, so I guess you'll have to wait and find out. All right. Thanks for watching.